All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, traders and investors. This is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Thank you for watching this live stream, okay, both on Facebook and also YouTube as well. So just to check, my sound is okay, all right? If you can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments. Say a hi to me in the comments, okay? Say a hi, I'm here, okay? Whatever it is, give me a like, share on comments over here. I realized that right now they have some of these interesting sounds. I'm not sure whether you can hear it or not. So hear the audience laughing or not. Obviously, that's not you lah. If you can hear the audience laughing, okay, just type yes in the comments. Okay, can hear, right? Or how about this drum low? Or this applause? Yes? Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Vincent and Agna over there. Okay, so let me just clear interesting. So I'm going to add some so-called special effects. Should be quite interesting. Explosion. So a man screaming. Okay, September, is the market going to come down? It's quite interesting. Okay. Hello, thank you so much for the comments. Okay, I see. Let me see. Edna, Alan, Shah. Okay, Alan, MH, Paywan, Mark, Hian Ling, Hadley. Thank you so much for being here and being on time. So today, my so-called my sharing on Facebook, it is as per normal, like as usual. So I think today should be quite okay. Because last year I was like panicky. How come I cannot share my Facebook link? I cannot see my live stream on Facebook. Okay, so let me just share my screen right now. Ali Wailam, okay, thank you so much over here. Let me just share my screen. Okay, okay, so you guys can see my screen right now, right? Okay, so time passes very fast. Right now we are into September already and heading into the end of the week. Okay, so it is the school holiday already. So I believe most of you guys here are parents. So where are you bringing you guys your kids to? Okay, yeah, not much for me. I'm just staying in Singapore. Okay, but I believe some of you guys might be bringing your kids, okay, maybe to JB, okay, to some of the other nearby countries or what. Okay, hello, Melvin, long time no see you. Okay, Shaying over there. So let me just too big. Okay, as usual, a disclaimer first. What I share today, it is just for education purpose, not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. So please do your own due diligence. So as usual, the MarketWise Asia social media, okay, links and pages are all over here. You can copy the link over there. Okay, so let me just share with you a demo over here. These are the social media pages. You can scan the QR code, okay, if you're watching this on a desktop, okay, and Facebook, Telegram, YouTube. So I recommend that you at least, like and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay. Telegram, okay, every day. In fact, every day I'll give you a market wrap, what has happened, okay, the previous night in the US market. Hey, by the way, today actually, 1st of September, it is actually a US holiday, Labor Day in the US holiday. So it is different from Singapore, where it is Labor Day is 1st of May. Their Labor Day is 1st of September. So tonight, the US market, it is not open. Okay, but nevertheless, it is fine. Okay, let's prep for the week and see how the market will go. Okay, for the next following 4 days. Okay, of course, today, Monday, is not going to open. Okay, hey, Mary. Okay, so and then, okay, another one over there. So this is the social media page. I'll just share over here. Okay, can actually just scan the QR code and subscribe and like the following pages also. So before I continue, so just want to let you guys know, okay, I think last week I mentioned before, right now we have over 400 plus registration already. Okay, so it's going to be, I believe it's going to be a full house, okay, at the end of the day at 20th September. So we have the Market Insights Conference, once again, live in person at Suntec Convention Center. And this time around, we are actually getting a much bigger space. So anyway, it is still at Suntec Convention Center, 20th of September. There's less than a month, okay? All right, at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, the first 200 attendees will get an exclusive goodie bag. Okay, so this event, it is proudly sponsored by forex.com, previously known as City Index. I'll just post the link in the comments. Okay, you can also see the link in this scrolling bar over here. All right, so you can see over there this Market Insights Conference. Okay, the market outlook for the last lap of 2022 is going to be an in-person event. So this time around, we have two different tiers of tickets. Okay, one is VIP, the other one is free. Okay, general ticket and the VIP. There are some differences. Okay, of course, VIP, there are more benefits and you are guaranteed a goodie bag. But nevertheless, you just click on this register now button. Okay, and you will see two choices of ticket. Okay, I mean, if you want to pay for the ticket, it is fine. Okay, just register for this general admission. That is perfectly fine as well. If you want more perks and everything, you can sign for this VIP pass at just $18 only. So just to share with you who will be the speakers for the event over there. So we have the keynote speaker, okay, Roger Montgomery, founder and chairman from Montgomery Investment Management. We also have J-Tun Swing Trading, okay, the resident speaker for us. Also, we have Fan Leong from Track Record, okay. He's the founder and CIO of Track Record. And we also have Sean. Sean is from forex.com. He's the business development and the RM of forex.com. So all in all, okay, the topics we haven't really come out yet, but very soon we will announce it to you guys once you register for this event. And not only that, okay, we also have photo booth, popcorns, and such, okay, so that you can, make this more of a carnival and such, okay, interact with us in person, exclusive promotion from forex.com. And like I mentioned, okay, we also do have the usual goodie bag for the first 200 attendees. If you are a VIP ticket, you are guaranteed this, okay, no matter what time you come. Okay, we also do have a bonus training video. So once the event has ended, we will send this bonus training video by J-Tun, okay, to you after that. And we also do have the various lucky draw, okay, which you need to be present, okay, and we'll give out at the end of the event. So you'll see the presents and also the gift there as well. Okay, so I won't go on too much. So you just have to go to the link over here and register for this event. I'll post the link in the comments already. So let's kickstart this session right now. So the economic data for this week over here. So today, Monday, it is a public holiday in the US. Okay, so if you take a look at, so I think I forgot to update this to the 1st of September. Like I mentioned, 1st of September, time passes very fast over there. Okay, Monday, nothing over there. So tomorrow onwards, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there will be the data releases, economic data releases. So tomorrow, Tuesday, the PMI, and then on Wednesday, the jobs opening, and then on Thursday, unemployment claim, okay, services PMI, and then non-farm payroll, okay, non-farm employment change, and then on Friday we have the non-farm payroll, okay, unemployment rate as well. So all these are going to be affecting the market, and of course, okay, we are heading into September. I think I can see more and more, okay, so-called be it traders or investors talking about the seasonality. So historically wise, September, it is a bearish month, whether it is, overall for the past, 90 years, that kind of thing, or even the post-election years, okay, September, it is a weaker month. Okay, so this is so-called getting more and more people know. So again, whether you have an impact of the market, okay, it is yet to be seen, but later I'll go through my views, okay, later. So right now I'll go through more of the so-called the fundamental, the macro point of view, and also some of the so-called update right now. Is that okay? If it's okay, I'll continue. Okay, just give me a response over there. Just type okay or give me some likes and share. I really appreciate that. Give me some likes so that Facebook and YouTube will actually so-called know that you follow us, and in the near future, if you forget our live whatsoever, okay, or our updates, it will actually show you on your newsfeed. So I'm not sure whether you know it or not, okay? As time passes by, if you didn't really like or follow certain pages, especially liking. So if you keep liking, you keep seeing those pages. So if you stop liking for a while, Facebook and YouTube will not show you already, okay? So let's continue. So let me prepare a slide, some of these slides over here. So let me just head back over to the deck over there. So, for the US summer holiday, okay, typically from June until now, okay, I think they are towards the end of their so-called the US holiday, students holiday break already, okay. So, okay, since May, in fact, from April onwards, after the Trump Liberation Day, from May until now, August, okay, the summer is what I call sizzling, okay. The market has been going higher, even for August, not so bullish month in post-election year, also is pretty okay, pretty bullish. So now the million-dollar question is, okay, will momentum cool in September? So let me, before I continue first, okay, I just want to do a very quick poll over here, okay. How many of you think that, September will be a bad month for the stock market? Okay. All right. If you think September it is going to be a bad month, okay, just type BAD in the comments. If you think that it continue to go higher, just type good in the comments. So I need some sentiment poll over here. Your participation, it is actually very important. So that, if we see that it is one-sided, then we know that the other side might happen. So you think you need to be participating. Don't let other people affect you. Just share with me your personal thoughts, okay? Right. So do you think that the market is going to be bad in September or good in September? Bad, just type bad. Okay. Good, just type good. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make some sound effect. Play with the sound effect. Okay. So good or bad? Good or bad? Or is it bad? Or is it good? Or do you think that this is going to be a funny month? Or this is going to be a bad month? Okay. Quite interesting, Okay, so let me take a look at the comments right now, All right, so Pei Wen, bad. Jonathan, Jonathan, I actually messaged you privately on Telegram chat. So I think you didn't really see the chat. So trying to message you, because I know that you are SBI members. So trying to get in touch with you, but you didn't see. So check out your personal message. I think I messaged you a few times. Okay, yeah. So Mary say bad Pei Wen, Hian Ling, okay, bad. Yatna say depending on industry. Okay, mostly say bad. Wylam say sideways. Okay, Meng Heng say good. Zach say good. Towards the end, some say good, good, neutral. In Chai, some say bad. Sideways can be good due to rate cut. Winston say, actually, all in all, thanks for the response, Jonathan. So all in all, I think it is still a bit like 50-50. So that is okay, which means that, okay, the market can go either way. So I'm very scared, okay, if everybody say bad, then there's a good chance that the market will do the opposite, or the reverse can happen. If everybody say good, okay, then very hardly that the reverse will happen. So right now, 50-50. So it is anybody's guesses, okay? Let's continue over there, okay? Thank you so much for your participation over there, All right, so as I mentioned, the summer strong finish, so that I mentioned, okay, ever since May onwards, okay, until August, it has been a 4 strong months, okay? So it is powered by the AI enthusiasm, okay? Because other than that, I can tell you that, because, okay, the April sell-off, it is too strong already, okay? Almost a 20% downside move, okay, a correction. So, it is not surprising, okay? The next 4 months, which is May, June, July, August, tends to be a stronger, because it's to offset the sudden correction in April. Okay, of course, this has always been in the top of the mind of people. Okay, this is the Fed easing. So I think there's a very good chance. In fact, if you take a look at the CME watch tool over there, the Fed watch tool, almost 90% chance that the Fed will actually reduce, okay, interest rate, okay, in September. It is less than 2 weeks away over there. And of course, autumn cautious, this is in September, okay. It is time for investors to reassess and rebalance as volatility typically increases in fall. That is in the month of September and October as well. Okay, of course, last week was the Nvidia, okay, earnings release. So before I go into that, okay, so let me take a look at the Nvidia here first. So you can see over there, Nvidia, you can see that the earnings release, okay, you can see that Nvidia has been always very strong, okay, since May, also after liberation, because Nvidia is essentially the market itself, has been going higher. But I can see that earnings over there, the earnings was on the 27th of August, Wednesday, after the market closes. You can see that, in fact, earnings and the revenues both surpass, beating expectation. Okay, beating expectation. All right, again, the reported revenue was 66.46. Okay, estimate was only 46.05, but it's slightly better than the estimate one. So even though it surpassed, the earnings and the revenue, but okay, this one over here. Okay, all right. So price was actually muted after that, okay, but subsequently the next day, Friday, price had a correction over there on Friday. So it doesn't mean that for those who are new, okay, for those who are new to trading, okay, I think for those who have been with me for a while, already, I've already said many times that doesn't mean that a company announces good earnings, okay, the market will get up, go higher, or it doesn't mean that the market doesn't mean that company announces bad earnings, okay, the market will actually get down. Okay, a lot of times, okay, to me, it's a 50-50% chance. Okay, and of course, in hindsight, people can say that, oh, because the market has already priced in or the AI boom or priced in the earnings, everything. So priced in really, so market doesn't move much. So again, in hindsight, you can say that, but like I always say, it is like big, small, 大小. So you never know what the market will do. So for me as a swing trader, typically I don't like to hold on to the position, swing trading, which means I hold for a few days to at most 1 to 2 weeks the kind. I don't like to hold on to it. Okay, unless you're talking about position trading, you are holding on to long-term investment, that kind of thing. Then that is another story. But typically for a shorter term swing trade, I don't like to hold on to it. Okay, that doesn't mean that I'm having Nvidia, but I'm just telling you the market can do anything. Okay, gap up, gap down. Okay, you might know roughly what is the volatility. Okay, based on the options pricing. If there's a volatility of gapping up 5% or down 5% company, but you don't know where it's going to go up or go down. You only know the volatility. Okay, all right. So this is Nvidia, the earnings over there. Okay, so it surpassed the earnings and revenue over there. So once again, the market value, market cap, 4.2 trillion, not billions anymore. Okay, so the revenue growth year on year, it is 56%, beating expectation. Like I mentioned, despite the strong earnings, stock reaction was muted. Okay, of course, this is in hindsight. People say that due to lighter data sales and also some cautious guidance. This is aftermath. So people giving reason why Nvidia didn't get up higher and such. But actually, to me, that you can ignore these reasons by the medias and the analysts as well. Okay, all right. So if it get up, the media will say another reason why it kept up. If it kept down, the media will say another reason why it will get down. So it doesn't matter to me on this. Okay, but again, the key thing is that for this so-called Nvidia and everything to continue, okay, AI fuels the economic growth. So for hardware-wise, right, for example, let me share with you, let me get the data. Okay, so for example, hardware-wise, okay, like the cloud providers and the major tech firms continue to invest heavily in AI. So for example, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Facebook have collectively, okay, doubled their annual infrastructure spending, okay, to an estimated to 600 billion, okay, over the past 2 years. So that is driving the robust infrastructure demand despite near-term headwind. So only time, okay, will tell whether the company will reap the benefits of their AI investment. But for now, the perception is that the missed opportunity for innovation and the cost of not investing in AI are greater than the cost of investing, because okay, one of the reason, okay, why every company it is going to AI, because it's competition. That I see Amazon, I see OpenAI, I see Google are spending on AI. Okay, all right, which means that Microsoft and Meta, they cannot stop it. Okay, they cannot stop. They have to invest in AI also, because you know, what if okay, AI it is really okay the next big thing and can reap economic benefit in the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, because you know, previously, for I'm just stating example, for example, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, okay, they have been investing heavily in AI. Then Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, said that I don't think AI is going to be the next big thing, and then he never invests. Okay, what happened if he's wrong? Next 3 to 5 years, AI is really the next growth frontier, and he never invested. Everybody, you know, will shareholders, everybody will be, you know, wanting to kill him already. So they cannot. So once all these heavyweight giants start to invest, so everybody has to continue. So that's the reason why it's just a competition between the big players lah. Okay. So software growth, okay, it is also the strongest software investment rise in the past 22 years as well over there. Okay, all right. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you understand about this AI thing, the competition, okay, just type AI in the comments in the chat over there. Okay. So while the AI infrastructure, okay, demand remain robust, so the growth rate, okay, will naturally moderate or even plateau over time now. Okay, but as of now, okay, I think AI the adoption, it is still in the early stage, okay, and will continue to be a dominant market theme, because every single day, you know, it's like it is growing very fast. Okay, I'm not sure whether you are using any AI tools or not. Okay, it's every single day there are new things. I also can't really keep up with that. So it's like to me, it's like heading back to, you know, early 2000. Okay, until now. So so you can see that it has taken over like 20 years. Okay, 20 years for the internet. Okay, the so-called, nobody really say World Wide Web right now lah. Okay, but you know, the internet, generally the internet, okay, to mature until now. So you can just think back, okay, from early 2000. Okay, I remember it is only in about 1998, 1999 when internet it is getting really started. Okay, and at that point in time, I remember, I think 1998, 1999, 1998, I was still in secondary 3. So you know my age. But anyway, I'm 42 this year. So Sec 3, 1998. Okay, my Chinese teacher, okay, was teaching me how to input Chinese character, okay, in computers. So at that point in time, okay, typing Chinese into computer, okay, it is not easy. It's like doesn't the Microsoft, you know, Windows doesn't have a default keypad, everything, right, keyboard to type in Chinese. So I remember clearly, I have to use a separate software called 中文之星 to key in Hanyu Pinyin, to key in Chinese. So you know, over the years, it's getting mature. So it is the same for AI. So right now, we are still maybe in the infant stage right now. I'm not sure whether you agree with me. Okay, but that's just my personal opinion. Of course, you know, how are they going to make it, you know, monetize everything? Okay, that is another different story lah. Okay, but right now, I believe we are still at infant stage right now. So you can see from the Nvidia, okay, this chart over there, this is Nvidia revenue versus the weight in the S&P 500. You can see over there, this light blue line over there, it is the no. Let's talk about the quarterly revenue first. Okay, the bar chart over there, it is the quarterly revenue of Nvidia. You can see that typically, okay, ever since 2022 onwards, you know, I'm not sure whether you remember, I think 2022 is the year where ChatGPT was released to the public. Started to hear about AI, using AI was in 2022. As you can see, after the AI started, okay, the revolution started, 2023 onwards, okay, you can see that every single quarter, Nvidia revenue has increased. And you can see that after that, the weightage in S&P 500 also grew as well. Okay, right? They became the biggest stock, okay, in the whole world, 4.2 trillion, and biggest company in the S&P 500 as well. You can see that, you know, previously it was only 1%, now become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now, S&P, okay, so-called it becomes the so-called component, contribute to 8% of the S&P 500. Okay. I think another one I mentioned before you guys is actually the slickcharts.com. Okay, slickcharts.com. I think it is S&P not components. It is S&P companies. Okay, Nvidia 7.3, near to 8% already. Okay, Microsoft 6%, Apple. So all this bulk of these big companies, mega cap companies, the tech companies, okay, they are essentially the S&P 500 lah. Okay, they're essentially the S&P 500. Okay, all right. So this is just what I'm trying to say over here. And if you take a look at the tech investment contribution to the US GDP, it is the highest, okay, since the internet boom, okay, in the late 1990s over there. Okay, in the late 1990s, you can see that over there is quite high, contributing to US tech. So after that, you know, the market, not market, like in the economy, okay, not so much into the tech, okay, but right now, okay, the tech investment contribution, okay, it is like driving the US GDP, the economy, it's like the highest since the internet boom, since the late 1990s. So this is what it is trying to say over here. And of course, you know, the Fed signal the policy shift over there. Of course, you know, after the Jackson Hole symposium over there, you know, John Powell has already indicated, okay, that he will want to reduce the interest rate. He didn't outright say that he would reduce, okay, the interest rate in September, but you know, he always like to prep the market. Okay, so nowadays the Fed doesn't like to surprise the market anymore. They always give preparation to the market so that when something is announced, okay, it doesn't shift the market too much. Okay, and of course, right now, 85% probability as of what I am seeing right now. Okay, I think if you go back to this I mentioned the what is it, Fed Watch tool right now. So as I mentioned, the next FOMC meeting is 16 days later. That is on the where is it? It is still loading. 17th of September. Almost close to 90% already. Okay, almost close to 90%. So about 90% chance. Okay, the Fed will reduce the interest rate by 0.25%. So right now the interest rate is 4.25, By then, okay, it is 400 to 425. So it is a 0.25 reduction. Everything clear so far? Everything clear? Okay. Just type 25 so that I know you know that it is 25. And again, I said that many times, so no big deal. Okay. So the GDP also revised higher. So the quarter 2 growth is at a 3.3% annualized rate over here. All right, and then of course, you know, because of the I mean that in a way, yes, okay, they are hinting that, you know, they're going to reduce interest rate, okay, because, okay, some of these industries, some of these companies, they are more so-called more reactive, okay, to the interest rate, okay. So for example, the small cap has outperformed, okay, in August by 7.5%. It is the best relative performance in the past 9 months over here. Okay, all right, and the sector leaders and some of these industries, they are very sensitive, okay, to the interest rate. For example, like automobiles, airlines, home builders, all these are quite bullish right now. I mean that the trend is quite good for all these sectors in industry right now. Okay, and right now we are also having what we call the accommodative financial condition. So pre-2022, I'm not sure whether you guys remember, it was all about, you know, 2022, no, not pre 2020, yeah, about there. Okay, it is about inflation because the market after the COVID, okay, the market and the economy is facing inflation, okay, due to the post-COVID kind of thingy. So this is baseline condition before the hiking cycle, okay. and then of course gradual cut continue in 2026. So right now the market condition, it is just nice, you know. So what do I mean by accommodative financial condition? Okay, so what it is the meaning of, you know, what is the overall availability, okay, and the cost of money in the economy. Essentially, it means that how easy is it for businesses and consumer to borrow, invest, and spend. Okay, and there are also various indices to track financial condition. Okay, by looking at key indicators such as interest rate, credit spreads, the strength of the US dollar, and also looking at the equity, which means the stock price. So all these indices can help to gauge whether conditions are loose. Okay, loose meaning that are supportive of growth, or they are tight meaning that they are restrictive to growth. Okay, so right now it is more accommodative than a year ago. So that's the reason why I think the Fed also are considering, okay, to reduce the interest rate. Okay, but of course, you know, there's a warning. Okay, loose money can fuel speculative bubble as seen in 2007. That is the global financial crisis. And 2021, after the COVID sell-off, the Fed actually loosen it, okay, until, you know, the market was in a bubble in 2021. You guys remember, no? 2021, because 2022 was the stock market crash. Okay, all right, stock market crash. Okay, so if you ask me right now, okay, do you think that the market, it is in a bubble right now? Okay, I ask you this question right now. Do you think the market is in a bubble right now? Okay, let's say compared to the situation in 2021. I'm not sure whether you can remember in 2021. Okay, do you think that the market is very you in a euphoria stage? Okay, right now, if you think it's yes, just type yes. If you think it's no, just type no in the comments right now. Just share with me. And for those who are just watching me, okay, I would really appreciate, okay, if you can give me a like, share, and comment. Liking is the best, okay? You let Facebook and YouTube know that you want to see and follow more of MarketWise Asia content in the future, okay? Yes, okay. Any more? Only 3. Only Mary, Walam, and Hallie. Right now, we have more than 130 people in the room, okay? York say, I think it's late bull cycle, so need to be cautious. Okay, mostly say yes. Only Pei Wen say no. Okay. So other people, okay, Brandon say yes, SM Long say yes. Oh, that's quite surprising. Okay. All right. So again, there's no right or no wrong. Okay, I'm just comparing relatively. Okay, let's go back to 2021. Okay. I'm not sure about you, okay? 2021, after COVID, 2020, 2021 was actually, the market was quite crazy, I find. You know, do you realize that, for example, okay, I just go back to the chart over there. Do you remember, because, you know, COVID, everybody can only stay at home. So do you remember at that point in time, I just do a naked chart. 2020, remember Zoom was quite crazy, right? You know, after that, just go higher, okay? Yeah, 2020, 2021, okay? And then Palantir. Some of the stock name that I can actually remember. Let's go back to weekly time frame, easier to see, faster to see. I cannot see. 2021 was quite crazy, okay? After that, died down. But right now, it's also quite crazy, okay? Even though right now Palantir is like quite crazy, but I don't see a lot of people talking about Palantir and such, okay? And then Peloton, okay? In 2021 was crazy, okay? Everybody was like doing fitness, cycling thing at home, you know, was crazy, going higher. But now, of course, you know, after that died down, the thing just crashed. So at that point in time, some of these training provider, okay, talking about super stocks or growth stocks, you know, growth is the way to go. Again, like the market is like not going to crash, that kind of thing. The way they try to position themselves, okay, you know, market will crash eventually, okay, so market will not go up all the way, Okay, so you can see after that, okay, the market just crashed. So I'm just trying to share with you, okay, what I feel from 2021 and right now. 2021, I feel that it was a much crazier year. Everybody, okay, you can feel it. Okay, again, this is subjective, okay, subjective over there. Okay, I feel that 21 was a lot crazier. You can feel that, wow, like FOMO. You can feel the FOMO in 2021. Wow, like, wow, if you don't buy some more, or all these stocks, you go even higher, that kind of thing. Until of course, you know, if you take a look at S&P chart, okay, everybody is talking about, wow, growth, tech stock, okay, until this one over here, over there, after seeing COVID, until the bubble burst lah, okay. So there was a period where the market was really bullish, okay, all right. But until right now, okay, even though it has gone a lot higher right now, okay, go a lot higher ever since this year after the Liberation Day, the market sentiment, okay, the market sentiment isn't really that bullish, I'm not sure whether you agree with me. Okay, if you agree with me, just type letter Y. Once again, if you don't agree with me, it is okay. Just type letter N. Okay. All right. Some say yes, I mentioned this. Thank you for your participation. So if you actually take a look, at this DP gallery chart over there, okay, the AAII investor sentiment over here, even though the market kept going higher, where is it? Okay, you can see that, you know, it is quite funny, okay, market kept going higher. The investor sentiment was bearishness was over 40% over here, over 40%. Okay, so this is like a bit weird to me. The market keep going higher, but generally the investors are like, you know, not so bullish. In fact, bearish. About 40% are bearish. So this is actually quite unusual to me. So all in all, okay, from a personal point of view, I think the market, okay, can still continue to go higher. Okay, of course, you don't ask me how long now. Okay, it could be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year to go. But you know, I think the market still can have the room to go higher until you reach a stage, okay, where you see that everybody is talking about stocks. You know, everybody, you hear your friends, family members, even Grab driver, taxi driver, whatever. Okay, of course, the equivalent is the shoe shine boy, is the, you know, your family members. Okay, those who typically usually don't invest in stocks, or the Grab drivers keep talking about stocks, or crypto, then you know that we are in a bubble. But right now, I think we are still okay. I think I talked so much about that. Okay, then I'll go more to that about. So the financial conditions are a lot more accommodative than they were a year ago. Well, of course, you know, right now heading into September, it is the seasonal volatility ahead. I think if you watch other provider, educator, everybody is talking about the September seasonality. You know, they know that, you know, historical challenging month. Okay. Of course, October, it is also a turbulence month. So September, October typically is not a good month, okay, especially in post-election year. So of course, you know, just based on historical data, okay, you know, there's a temporal weakness. But after that, okay, heading into the year end, okay, it is a strong historical rebound. So if you actually take a look at the my SVI board, which I typically share with my members inside this seasonal trend, I will just share with you the post-election year, okay. So you can see over there, okay. In fact, August was not a so good month. September, you know, whether it is election year or non-election year, okay, it is the not so good month. So in a typical, okay, non-post-election year over the past 74 years since 1950, okay, September and October, it is actually a not so good month. So you can see over there, this is 31st to 7th. It is where we are right now. Okay, this is exactly where we are right now. So this is based on, okay, the past 74 years. We didn't take into consideration of pre-election year, post-election year, or in the middle of the election year, that kind of thing. So overall, general, okay, September and October, it is a historical weak month. But if you take in context of the post-election year, since 1950, every 4 years over the past 18 years of cycle, okay, In fact, post-election year, October will generally start to rebound, which is Trump first year, post-election year. That's the meaning of the post-election year. After the election, the following year, which is this year, right now, 2025, okay? By right August, September, it is a weaker month. Right now, this one, the vertical line is where we are right now, okay? You typically end in September. And then in the start of October, the market tends to be higher until the end of the month. This is what historically tells us, okay? So if judging by the post-election year, then October might not be a so bad month, okay? But we never know. I'm just sharing with you, okay? Historically, okay? All right, so the volatility of daily returns by month, okay, since 1984 until now, typically, okay, September and October tends to be more volatile, okay. This is what it is trying to show you. And heading into the year-end market, back to norm, people are more bullish on the market and such. So September, October, not so good month over there. All right, so the AI, okay, this is generally what the analysts and the media are talking now. So, still maintain constructive in these AI stocks over there. So, maintain position in the US large cap AI leaders despite high expectation already priced in. So, the valuation reflects optimistic projection. Okay, but again, they think that AI adoption remains in the early stage, right, with long-term potential over there. So they say they want to diversify into mid-cap, financial, and all this. Okay, this one not so important. All right, portfolio positioning. Okay, maintain in the international stock. Okay, be careful of the volatility and diversification. So all in all, okay, the market remains well positioned. So the AI tailwind remains. So until the music stops, okay, AI will be leading the growth in the US stock market for now. For the profitability wise, okay, corporate earnings are still okay, doing well, okay, as long as companies are making profits, their earnings are good, increasing every single quarter, every year, that momentum will support, okay, the market fundamental as well. And of course, the easing Fed, okay, reducing interest rate, that could provide the tailwind, okay, for the stock market. Once again, okay, you don't ask me whether how many more months can the market go, but like I mentioned, okay, coupled with the fundamentals plus the sentiment I mentioned, I think not so many people are very bullish about the market right now. Okay, I think the market still has some legs to go, okay, at least until the end of the year. So once again, I just want to ask you, okay, do you remember, okay, since the start of August, I already said, okay, I think that the market will not have a very huge pullback heading into August and September. Can you remember or not? Okay, if you can remember, just type letter R in the comments so you know that you can remember. Okay, because people are expecting like August, September to be a bad month, having a pullback in that kind of thing. Okay, you can see over here overall in the S&P 500. Okay, not much, doesn't have a very steep pullback over here. Okay, although start of August, just 3% pullback, go higher. And then here, mid-August, there is another pullback, just 1%, okay? So all this, again, it is gauging from my understanding of the options flow in the market over there. So, overall, okay, the smart money are still buying, okay, into the US market, at least until the end of the year. So they are pretty bullish, okay, till the year end. Of course, meantime, they are hedging. Their hedging means that, they bought some put, okay, or sell some call, but that is perfectly normal, okay, to hedge their bullish portfolio as well. So, all in all, this kind of analysis, I think that the market will not have a huge pullback, okay. But heading into September, I think it's also a little bit tricky right now, okay, judging from the options flow, okay. In fact, for options flow, like I mentioned to the I won't show everything now. Okay, so right now, typically in my SBI Alpha group chat, okay, in the under the where is it, options flow. Okay, I talk about this SPY over there. Net bearish, net bullish, net bullish. I won't go through every single thing now. Okay, so even for the past 1 week or so, the market sentiment wasn't that bearish. So it wasn't that bearish. Okay, so there was some, so the market might continue, okay, might continue to be choppy, okay, into September. Can be 1 day up, 1 day down, 2 day up, 2 day down, that kind of thing. So once again, I don't think we'll see a very huge correction, okay, heading into September. So I don't think so, okay. So once again, that is my personal point of view. So once again, okay, if you think that the market will drop 10%, that kind of thing, okay, 10% is how much? 10% from here or top, 10%. Well, it's quite steep, 10%. The 10% is somewhere until somewhere around here. What is it? Around here, okay, that's only 9%. So I don't think the market will drop so huge, okay, in October. Maybe I think 3% to 5%, that is still possible. Okay, so that's my personal view. And if you take a look at the spot gamma level, okay, spot gamma level in this the gamma flip, okay, the zero gamma level is almost no change, still about 6450. So no change over there. So you can see over there the cloud plus CPR 6450. It is the zero gamma level. You can see that on Friday, price kind of gets supported at this 6450 mark over here. Okay, so of course, this is the cash index. The market isn't open today. So if you take a look at the S&P 500 futures, okay, which the market is already trading right now, of course, the liquidity is much lower because today is a US holiday. Okay, and new month, what do we have every new month? Okay, what do we have every new month over there? What does all this green line represent? Can anybody, for those who have been with me for the longest time, can you type in what does this stand for? Okay, what is the abbreviation? Okay, I won't waste your time over there. So this is every single month, there will be the new CPR, the new central pivot range. Of course, this is the start of the month, first day of the month, so only one green dot. Okay, so price, it is still above the CPR level. Okay, CPR, yeah, thank you, Wailam, for your answer. Okay, it is this CPR, Payone Wailam also say CPR. Okay, all right, CPR level. So price is above the CPR level. For the Nasdaq, okay, right smack at the CPR level, it is a very thin line over there. Okay, 3 dots. Okay, right smack at the CPR level over there. Okay, this one. Okay, the Russell 2000 also above the CPR level. This is the CPR level. For the Dow Jones, let me see the Dow Jones. Yeah, how come the DJI don't have? Did I remove the YM over there? Okay, Dow Jones. Okay, I think YM is over here. Okay, YM. Okay, CPR level, it is also above the CPR level. Okay, so all in all, okay, I don't know which guru are very bearish. I think there's still one or two. Okay, every single month they tell the market is going to crash, that kind of thing. But all in all, we are still in an uptrend. Okay, in an uptrend. So you can see over there, so it is perfectly normal. It is perfectly normal. For example, the S&P 500 futures, okay, it comes back and tests the pivot point level. Okay, the pivot point level, it is at about 6,400. Okay, 6400. You can type 6400. This is based on the S&P futures ES level, not the cash index. The cash index, I think, is a different level, but it's not open right now. Okay, all right, let me see. For the cash level, developing central pivot range, for the S&P cash level, it is at about 6,390. 6930, it is the cash index level. So if not surprising, if market will go back and test the 6390 in the spot index, cash index on S&P 500. So it is perfectly normal. It is perfectly normal. So all in all, okay, I'm still bullish. Okay, I'm still bullish in the market. Okay, all right. So yeah, but the market most likely will be quite choppy. Will be quite choppy. So we need to be a little bit careful. Okay, clear so far? Clear so far? Okay. So once again, I know. Okay, I know September seasonality, it is a not so good month. But I think too many people are watching this also already. So once again, I'm using options flow to help me gauge. Okay, yeah, cap could have some correction, choppy, but overall the market is still in an uptrend. Clear so far? If everything okay, just type okay in the comments. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, kind of. If you enjoy my sharing so far, please give me a like, share, and comments over here. Okay. So I just also want to share with you certain things. Okay, I'm not sure whether you know it has been some time since I talked about etfscreen.com. Okay, then I realized that hey, oh shucks, man. Okay, unfortunately, this site is shutting down in August 22nd and will no longer be updated. As I mentioned, it's been a while since I went to etfscreen.com. So I realized, hey, it is no more in operation, shutting down. So the data is until 22nd of August. So I think for those who have with me for some time, I think, you know, maybe you have some rough memories that I used to use ETF screen to check out which ETF is, is the best performance in the past year, past 3 months, or year to date so far, that kind of thing. So ETF screen, it is down. So too bad we can't use that anymore. Okay, and then ETF.com used to be gated. Okay, used to be gated. So you actually go to any like articles.com, articles, I mean that they will actually block you and say that you have to subscribe to their data. But it seems to me right now, okay, it is not gated. I think they also know the issue lah. Okay, I think they know the issue. You keep gating every single thing. People are not going to watch it, read it, or view it lah. Okay, so I think they ungated it again. So you can actually go back to the tools here. Go to ETF screener here. Okay, and to screen for the stocks lah. Okay, yeah, of course, you know, ETF screen right now, it is no longer in use. I think ETF screen is the easiest lah. Okay, right now this one ETF.com not the easiest. I mean that I don't like the way it do the screening over there. So you can see over there is about 4,668, about 5,000 ETF there. So you cannot be looking at every single ETF down there. Okay, and a lot of these ETF are not very important and quite small. So personally, okay, I like to go into these features over there. Okay, the inverse. Okay, I don't like to look at inverse ETF. Okay, or those leverage 3 times, 2 times, 5 times. I also don't like lah. Okay. So no inverse, no leverage. So if you skip the leverage, okay, no, then you'll be there already. Okay, so you drew down to lesser stock. Okay, so only 4,001, but still a lot of ETF. So personally, okay, I like to, where is it? AUM, I like to actually, where is it? Can put 1B or not? Okay, I think cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the reason why I don't like. Okay, 1 billion. Almost to 800 ETF already. Okay, so AUM are asset under management. So you basically just find the biggest ETF out there. Okay, so then, you know, you can see a lot of things over there. Okay, you know, the fund basic, what is it about, all this. I think to me, I prefer to look at the performance tab over there. Okay, so you can see over there, you can scroll 1 month return, 3 month, year to date. Okay, make a guess. What is the best year to date ETF? I mean, you don't have to tell me exactly the ETF lah. You can tell me what is the best asset classes, which industry, which sectors. So basically, the ETF is to tell us which sectors, which asset classes, which country, and all this is best performing year to date so far. Any guesses or not? Before I show you the answer, any guesses? Okay. Any guesses or not? Any guesses? How come no answer? No answer that screen already. Why am I funny today? Explosion. If you like my sharing today, type type. Okay. Give me an applause. Give me some like or comments. So any answers or not? Okay. QQQ. No, this is an index only, ma. So there are a lot of other things, ma. So watch on AI ETF. Okay. Another thing, SMH is semicon. Okay. XLC, it is comms. VEA. What is VEA? What is VEA? I don't know what is VEA. Like. VEA. Vanguard Developed Market ETF. So I seldom look at it. Okay. All right. Let me just share with you the answer. So you can actually head over to year-to-date return. Okay. All right. Then you scroll back. Ring is the lesser known. Okay. Can you see over there? Okay. The precious metals is one of the best performing this year. You can see that gold miners, gold miners, gold miners. Okay. So if you take a look at gold miners right now, the most common one, okay, it is actually GDX. You can see over there since year 2025. Okay, if you go up, wow, up to close to 90%. Close to 90% return. Okay, year to date. This is gold miners. All right, aerospace defense. Okay, aerospace is there. Okay, Spain. Spain, EWP. You don't know, right? EWP, it is over here. Okay, EWP, it is over here. Spain, all the way until here. EWP, this is Spain. Okay, Europe. Uranium is also one of the good performers this year. URA. Okay, after a sell-off since year 2025, it continued to climb up again. This is URA over there. And what else? Platinum, precious metals. Let me just go down to 100, easier. Okay, so in terms of Asia-wise, South Korea, it is doing pretty well. Okay, silver, Europe, aerospace, China technology, Mexico, Germany, Europe. Okay, all these are the ones that keep popping up. So you roughly know what it is actually going higher. This one, of course, this is in hindsight. Okay, easy to know what it is. Okay, but quite difficult to trade because it has gone up quite a lot already. Okay, yeah. So I'm just sharing with you a tool that at least you know what is moving in the market right now. Okay, so gold, silver, precious metals are doing very well this year. So I hope you guys can go to ETF.com and do some research on your own. Just check it out. What is good, what is not so good this year, that kind of thing. You can just type ETF in the comments so that I know that you guys are aware of these two. I think previously I talked a lot, but after that it became gated. I didn't really talk about them, but right now it seems that they are making it free again. So for example, if you want to know, okay, maybe you want to know the solar ETF, what are the component stock? For example, I know solar is TAN, TAN, right? So just to go to ETF.com and /10. Okay, then they'll go through with you the overview of these 10 solar ETF. Okay, and then you share with you, okay, some of the details. What is the performance? What is the fund flow? What is the holding? Okay, what are the component stock of this 10 ETF? That kind of thing. First Solar Next Tracker Enphase Sunrun. So what are the component stock of this solar energy ETF? Okay, so the rest it is also the same. So for example, XLK Tech ETF. This one is the technology ETF. I think all of you should know XLK. Okay, what is the component? Okay, so holdings. Okay, you know that all. Nvidia, about 16% component stocks. Okay, Microsoft, Apple. Basically, it is like the tech stocks are the mega cap stocks are. Okay, I hope that this is useful to you. Okay, so these are the one over there, and then yeah. So I think last week what did I say? Okay, last week. By the way, just to share with you, I think about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked about the corn seasonal bullish period, right? Corn. Okay, so it has been doing well. So personally, I have already exited corn. I have a position in corn last time. Okay, so I've exited already. So if you take a look at corn, okay, con, okay, until Friday, okay, it went up. So, you know, again, I can tell you I'm more of a swing trader. So after that go higher, you know, I'm happy to take my profit now. So con went up during this period. So this is why I mentioned over there. Right now, we are still within the bullish period. But again, you know, it's entirely up to you. I'm not asking you to trade, okay? I'm just sharing with you the historical data, okay? So you cannot fault me that this is wrong. This is based on historical data, but I'm not asking you to trade, okay? This is just sharing with you how you want to trade, how you want to make use of the data, okay? It is up to you, okay? All right. So last week, I talked about the dollar index, okay? So I said the dollar index was bullish based on the past historical so-called data, okay, from late August until October. So it's still a pretty wide window period. So you can see over there for the dollar index, okay, didn't really move much yet. In fact, it came down. So it's like choppy. It's in a range right now. After that, I mentioned go up a little bit, then come down a little bit. So it is still in play. So personally, I have a short Euro USD lah, but yeah, still holding right now. Okay. So anybody want the trade ideas for this coming week or not? If you want to know, okay, just type yes in the comments. I also want, okay, the Facebook like to be at least 35. No 35, I won't be sharing. Yeah, just two little likes really on Facebook. Okay. All right. Just liking won't cost you an arm and a leg or a finger. Okay. I'm not asking you to chop off your finger for me. Give me a like on Facebook. So right now we have 130, 140 people on, I don't know, it's a combination, but it's as in combined 130 people lah, but on Facebook, I don't know how many people on Facebook right now. I don't know, but I didn't really go and see, but give me at least 35, can or not? Okay, other than that, okay, any other question? Okay, yeah, in fact, after doing the Facebook live, I'm going to do some, just share with you, okay, I'm going to do some cooking, so I'm gonna cook some fried rice for my girl. Because right now, my wife and I will still prep food for her recess lah. Yeah, for now she's in primary 1 this year. So she still want us to prep food, and she's not so used to buying food from the canteen because she has no patience to queue, and she also want to play lah. So sometimes queuing take up a lot of time because there are recess time only half an hour only. Okay, so yeah, so a lot of time the 中式 the Chinese cuisine 炒米粉炒饭will be the one cooking but most of the time it's my wife who will be prepping for her. Okay, then next morning she'll bring to school. Yeah, so after that I'll go and cook 茶本 already. Hey, only 30 likes so 30 likes Hey, Jonathan, same as my boy P1 playing catching. Yeah so every time we give her food, the lunch box, come back, still got food left one, we didn't really give her a lot of food, but every time still we'll come back with food. After we'll play with her friends or go library, they are just not interested in food. They are just not interested in food. Anyway, I don't see 30 likes. I don't see the 35 likes there. Okay. Yeah, I need to wake up quite early because the bus will come at 6:25 a.m. Yeah. So about 5:30, 5:40, we have to wake her up already. So my wife, in fact, will actually wake her up a lot earlier to prep some food. A lot of times she'll wake up much earlier. Okay, for the cha peng, cha mi, that kind of thing, typically I will cook the night before. Then morning my wife will heat up. Then that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier. Don't have to wake up so early. But other than that, if you want to prep in the morning, have to wake up a lot easier. So typically my girl will wake up about 5:40. 5:40 a.m. she'll wake up. Then 6:25, she'll be at the bus stop to wait for the bus. Okay? All right. Some people ask me, hey, how come you have to wake up so early? Hey, please, okay, 6:25 doesn't mean that, at 6:25 go down to the bus stop, okay? By 6:15, I have to leave the house already. Okay? Yeah, so after that, prep a little bit, my girl in the morning, like to more means you have to drag here, drag there, brush her teeth, take her own sweet time, that kind of thing. So we try to give her some buffer, okay? let her do things a bit slower, that kind of thing. So we don't want to rush her. Wow, quick, go, bam, 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 bam. Brush this faster, drink water, bam, 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 and then go out. We want to give her some time to prep herself. Sleep what time? Sleep about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 9 plus, she'll sleep already. Yeah, so right now she's really sleeping already. How much is the school bus right now? It is a round trip, round trip 210, 210. I won't tell you what school, okay? Try not to review too much, but 210 round trip. Tesla, I only prep the first week for my twin girl, also P1, also P1 this year, only first week. Not easy, not easy. So I really appreciate my wife who actually really do the job. But I enjoy cooking for my girl. I mean, it is a privilege, okay, for me to cook for her and she will eat my food. Because I know that, okay, after a few more years, okay, she won't like me anymore. She'll think that her dad is uncool. She want to be with her friends, okay? Maybe she want to eat outside, okay, eat with her friends, buy food outside, that kind of thing. So I really enjoy, as of now, I think it's a privilege, okay? It's a blessing for me to able to cook for her. A few more years later, when she reach her teens, okay, she won't want me really. All right. Okay. I don't drive, so I don't send her to school. Okay, I don't drive. Yeah. So driving is also a headache. Okay, some people purposely set in a lot earlier so that there's a lot of queue outside. Okay. My girl set to nail me already. 33 likes, 2 more likes. Okay. All right. So if you don't enjoy talking to me, then you can leave now. So all right. So anyway, yeah, 2 more likes, 35. If not, okay, I give you another 2 more minutes. Yeah. If I don't see the device, then I won't share because I share the rest to my SBI. If you want some benefits, at least give me some likes. Okay. I'm okay not to share one. Okay. Yeah. So that's me right now already. Okay. If you want, you give me some support. If you don't want, I think that's perfectly fine as well. Okay. All right. So the good things I leave to my members. One more likes to go. Okay. Yeah, set 2. After that, I think they won't want to be with us so much like 7 years old. Okay, 34 likes. Okay, okay, I give you some slack okay. So in fact, for this coming week, okay. Yeah, so moving forward, I just want to prep with you guys, okay. Same like Jerome Powell. So I don't want to give surprises. Very likely, okay, next year onwards, I will stop doing the Facebook Live already. Yeah, so I give you ample prep. Maybe it doesn't matter to you, maybe or maybe you don't even care. Or I think that's perfectly fine. But just want to share with you guys that very likely, okay, most likely next year I will stop doing my Facebook Live and live stream already. Okay, yeah. So for this coming week, I think I'm going to share with you is this, okay, wheat, okay, bullish favorable period this coming week. So start from 8th of September to 3rd of October, okay, 90% of the time, 10 years. So which means it went up for the past 9 years out of the past 10 years. This is wheat. So if you go to the futures, it is actually ZW. Okay, so let's take a look at wheat right now. Wheat. It is over here. Okay, previously it was corn, right? Previously it was corn, so corn has already gone up already. So wheat right now, it is still dangling at the low. So again, this is a more of a riskier trade because it is in a downtrend. Okay, it is in a downtrend. So you can see, but I think we are right now in a favorable seasonal period. And looking at price action, okay, even if you take a look at the normal RSI indicator, is there a divergence over there? Yes, there is actually a divergence over there. So you can see that while the market continue to go lower over there, it has starting to go higher. So which means that, you know, it tells me that the selling momentum is slower. Okay, the selling momentum is slower. Downtrend, it is slowing down. The momentum is slowing down the downtrend. So again, it doesn't mean that it is going to go higher, but you know, this is something that you can take note of. Okay, so of course the market didn't open today. Today is public holiday. Okay, US Labor Day. So just to share with you, this is okay, 8th of September to 3rd of October. Okay, so this is our week. So again, I believe most of you will not trade the wheat futures directly lah. So there are a few so-called ways to do it. One of them, it is actually to trade, okay, some of this CFD, okay. So for example, if I'm not mistaken, our sponsor forex.com, okay, they do have wheat as well, okay. They do have wheat CFD. So use a CFD provider to trade wheat. Once again, okay, it can be any other CFD provider, doesn't matter. So wheat, you can use that. Another alternative, okay, it is actually use the ETF. The ETF, it is actually, the ticker symbol is WEAT. Okay, the ticker symbol is actually WEAT. So if you take a look at wheat ETF here, Tilcrum Wheat Fund, okay, so this is the wheat ETF over here. The liquidity is a bit lower and such, but I think I've traded wheat ETF before. So all in all, still tradable. So there are a few ways. Basically, I think these are the two ways that you can trade it easily. So okay, all right. So before I go off, also share with you that, you know, I mentioned, okay, this before I go off, this Market Insights Conference, for those who are still with me, okay, I haven't registered yet. Right now, we have about 400 plus registration already. So the market outlook for the last lap of 2025, 20th September, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Suntec Convention Center. It is free, okay? There is 2 tickets, okay? VIP and general ticket, but the general ticket is free. So do go ahead and register, okay? There will be the goodie bags for the first 200 attendees. Okay, if you take the VIP ticket, you'll be guaranteed a goodie bag plus other perks and benefits. You can go to the register button and check it out, okay? And a bonus training video from J-Tune after the event is over, and then there'll be lucky draw, okay, drawn on the spot on the day itself at the end of the event. So you'll go home, okay, with the prizes, all right? And then, okay, we will have the speakers, okay? Roger Montgomery is the keynote speakers, okay? And then J-Tune resident speakers, okay, from Swing Trading, Fan V Leong from Track Record, founder and CIO, okay? And then we have Sean Sim, BD, and also the RM of Forex.com. Okay, the topic-wise, we'll update you guys later. But all in all, okay, the speaker to share with you the market outlook, okay, the trading strategies, the fundamentals, okay. All in all, it is a knowledge event. So there won't be any selling at the event. So all in all, you can be guaranteed and assured that, okay, we'll walk away with all the knowledge, okay, and the insights from the speakers. So all you have to do is just head over to the link over here. Okay, you can see on the screen, or you can head over to the link. I'll post the link in the comments. So if I didn't prepare the QR code today, so anyways, bit.ly/MIC September 25. So it will be brought to this page over here. So once again, I post the link in the comments. So with that, thank you so much. I've come to the end of this live stream. So if you find value in today's live stream, okay, do give me a letter V or type value in the comments over here so that I know. So I really appreciate your time with me today. Okay, so with that, thank you so much. I will see you again next week. Good night, 晚安, and bye-bye.